Alright, so post-stream viewers, if anyone's wondering, you can't start a live with OBS without starting it on YouTube first. I tried to do a bit of a rush system and go live without opening the internet. It didn't work. So viewership's probably going to be pretty low, especially starting at 5 past and not scheduling it. So I'll tell you where I've been. So I told the guy at work he borrowed my hedge trimmer. I neglected to see if my hedge trimmer actually works before saying he could borrow it. The trimmer bit works good, the motor runs good, the carburetor does not work well. I'm sure you've all been there. 2-stroke little motor, small motor. Choke on, runs. You can hold it full trigger, choke on, flick the choke off and it'll rev out and then stall. What that is that's the main jet for the carburetor blocked. Basically, by putting the choke on, you're loading up with fuel from the idler jet. So it's like not much air. Open it up, heaps of air. It's got plenty of fuel in there from the idler jet because we've been overfueling it. And then as soon as that overfueling disappears, leans out and stalls. Ask me how I know. I was just saying to the missus, I've never had a vehicle, a small engine item that I haven't pulled the carburetor apart. My dirt bike had 14 hours on it and I had to rebuild the carburetor. Pretty funny. Considering an electronic ignition dirt bike, but I don't think that will come without its own issues. Thanks, babe. Mrs. Rumble making me a coffee. How good's that? That's how late I am to the live. I didn't even make myself a coffee. It's a good coffee. Hang on, if I hide my face, it's not going to focus on a cup of coffee, is it? Anyway, coffee is good. G'day Chevy. G'day Collaboration. Collaboration. I've been catching your streams in the background of my computer at work. I can hear it. I don't really I just run it minimized, but I can hear you having a chat. Sketty Nonna, how are you? G'day, I like red plants. G Snap back in town. Good to see. My wife is lovely, that's why I married her. I think any wife that puts up with 40 fish tanks deserves a wedding ring. I was saying, speaking of, I said to her, babe, we've been together for a while. Fuck. Do you remember we had a Blockbuster account together? When did we stop going to the video shop? Pretty funny. I know it's not that long ago, but it feels like forever ago. But we haven't been to the video shop in this house, and we've lived here 7 years. When was the last time you went to the video shop? I remember being 10 and walking through the adults only section in the video store. Mark's in the background working and lurking. Exactly what I was just saying I get up to on collaboration streams. I find it hard. So my old job, I worshipped music and podcasts. It was life. I was at work to listen to music. Sounds like there's 20 people in the hallway. What was the point? Oh yeah, new job. Involves chain of thought and I definitely don't catch podcasts anymore. I half the time I don't even have music playing in the background. But I don't know if it's because I'm getting older as well. People say, look, music was my life. 10 years ago, like, all I worshipped was music. I was going to every single music festival. I don't know if it was the music or the recreational activities, but one of the two. I want to show you guys something. I know there's a few riders in the chat, but I know Craig's in the chat. This one's for Craig. I'm so proud of this. Can I show you? I've jumped the gun. I've said I want to show you something, and I don't even know if I can see it. Oh yes, yes. Check it out. I've got my riding on here. See these yellow squiggly lines? That's my dirt bike. Ning ning ning. You can tell how much I've ridden here. Look, you can even see like there's a farm there. So this map shows roads pretty well. On my GPS, it's just a cheap one, and you can't actually see the roads. So it's just like it's basically a yellow screen with just these lines of me riding. So the only history I have of where to go is where I've ridden before. Oh, and I can put where the car is. But anyway, point behind this was, look at this. I'm proud of this. So I figured out how to edit the tracks, and I also figured out I can join tracks. So like somewhere here, I used to ride across the fire break through here, and then I realized there's this single here, but I think let's look for the dead straight line. It might be that there. Somewhere here, maybe one of these two, maybe there. But basically there was a circle here, and I didn't realize that I was only like 20 meters from linking that up to the circle. So there's a joint here somewhere that I haven't ridden and I'm just hoping that I can navigate it when I get out there. But oh, you guys can't see it. This is I do it every time. Alright, let's start the conversation again. So this is where I go riding. Don't look too close, I don't want to give them away. This is down, that's the Cable 200 area, I think. Hang on. No, that's Brunswick. Cable 200's down here. I don't know exactly where the Cable 200 is. Like, the other thing is you can click on the rides. That might only be 2 rides there. That's hardcore. So basically, if you want to read these rides with me, see the straight lines? Let me unclick that. Alright, it's not going to let me unclick it. Straight lines, fire breaks, zigzaggy lines, single trail. So like you can, ones like this, hard to say whether it's fire break or fire trail, but then you can see that comes into a single. You see like single into, and then like we've obviously explored the road there looking for something. Somewhere here I was camping actually. But, oh yeah, so if you see, I was camping here and my mate lives in town. I rode along the roads to see him and we went riding, and then there should be a couple of rides. Look, see that? This is so detailed. So like that little square there, that's a dam. And we were parking on the other side of the dam. So like, actually no, the dam was here. From memory, that's just like a rock. There's like a big, that's riding down the side of the dam, and up, and then that's riding around. It's crazy the focus that the GPS has. Anyway, it's not the point. I wanted to show you this. No, not that. That's Brunswick Junction. That's like Big Tree Hill. If you're from over east, you might have heard of like Big Tree Hill on the full drive shows. That's like right here somewhere. It's next to one of these. That's where we park. So you can see even here, like these are fire breaks. You can literally see the gap between riding on each side of that road. It's pretty cool. I went camping here once. Oh, it literally says camp. I think that was a pretty short ride. I don't know how. Time elapsed 4 hours, 36 Ks. This is so cool. Oh, you guys can't read that because it's on the other screen. But anyway, this is what I come to show you. So I might try to ride this Sunday. Yeah, technology's insane. One shit thing about GPS, and I'm a candidate for this because look at what we're looking at. The older guys down south, down this, I don't know, one of the rides. That's weird. There should be a ride here. No, maybe not. Yeah, Wellington Mills. Should be a ride. There's the... That's weird. There's the camp. The ride that I did last weekend, I don't have the trail for. Anyway, point being, I rode some top secret trails last weekend, and the guy I was riding with, he's like my top 3 mates. Like, he's an old fish friend actually. We started on the fish communities together, then we got into riding together, and honestly I just got so much respect for the bloke. But anyway, this isn't about bromance. The guys he rides with, older dudes, not old, but they ride like Vinduro and shit. They were saying they don't post rides online anymore because people would drive down from Perth to ride with them, track it on their GPS, and then they just had the ride that these guys had worked years on to create. Which is kind of what I've done here. So there's a backstory here. So I'll explain it, like pretty much. So I used to ride from here. How well can you guys see? You guys can see good. Pretty much like straight across here. So that whole loop was missing. I'd ride straight across to here, and I would ride this trail here. This is something that I just explored with a mate one day. Oh, I remember what happened. So I went to go on a group ride, my bike broke down, but I knew where the entrance to the ride was. I might have even ridden before that. Anyway, so this single here, I found myself, we'll say that, because it's quite easy to find the entrance here, and I'd ridden there a few times. Anyway, I was riding up here, all the way up to this corner here. No, not even, probably this here, where that turns there, maybe a little bit shorter. Anyway, so used to ride there, and then there was no trail, so we would ride back. So that's where the trail started, riding from there up to there, then riding back. Then we rode from there up to there, and I was leading, and then some guy was like, I'll show you another way. I'll show you where to go. So then another guy showed me this bit here. And then it was like from here, fire breaks back to there. Then I came out with someone else, and I was like, oh yeah. And next minute, we're going down this fire break here, And the guy, I'm used to going this way. Guy just turns hard left, right near the cars. I was like, where the hell is this guy going? So then we added this extra like 20k. This is probably the best bit of the single now. In there, you can probably kind of tell. See how they're broken up into bits. So then I had that bit there. And then this piece here, this actually is a bit that I rode back in the day. Oh, well, I don't know how long ago. I might be able to say. Would have been when I first got the GPS, I reckon. Where's the date? I swear I saw a date. Time. The 6th, 2022, so like just over 12 months ago. Anyway, so I don't remember this bit, to be honest. But I'm gonna go for a ride and figure it out. But I know, see this is a train line here. We're disappearing behind my head. But I know there's a single here. I think it's like, I gotta try to remember. What's over here somewhere. Anyway, point being, I think there's a single that loops around here somewhere. So if I can loop that single there, that means there's a little bit of fire break here. But from the theories from what I've been told by a few crew, over here somewhere, there's another single through here. So if you look at this trail, see how, back to the original point of fire breaks are straight, roads are straight, single trail is not straight. So there's a little bit of road there, but like, see this zigzaggy the whole way, that's all single. I don't know what's there, looks kind of fire breaky. All single, a little bit of fire break there. Now if you're familiar with riding in the bush, this is just state forest. You'll understand how crazy it is, how much single trail that is. So that's, who's got a calculator? Someone do the math. I promise we won't talk about this the whole time, but that's speed, time, where's distance? Six kilometers. Oh, was that bit there? Yeah, 6 plus 33, so 39. Plus 6, 45 k's. Yeah, so I'm definitely missing a bit because the people that I've spoke to about said trail said it's 65 to 70 k's. I know right here we cross a road, and I know there's single from here somewhere. I haven't even looked at the chat, I got all G'd up then, just getting excited. Yeah, I don't know if you're saying you like fire trails there, Craig, or you don't like them, but I hate fire trail riding. It's too fast, like, especially like the groups I ride with, they're pinned in top gear down these fire brakes that have bends on them and shit. Like, you're gonna die. If you're in this type singles, like, you're lucky to get out of second gear. Like, and when you stack it, it doesn't hurt as much. The 2 times I've hurt myself bad on a dirt bike has been on those sweeping bends on the fire trails. Oh, we were calculating. What was it? 45 k's. I said get the calculator out, and then I did it in my head. G'day, that's because how I. So I think that's. That's about. It's crazy, like how much I ride, and there's like not that much to show. And I got the GPS on every time. See, this is interesting. That ride there. So that ride there isn't related. That ride looks pretty shit. The worst part is there's not many roads on here, so I can't figure out. I'm guessing that's a road called Flynn Road, but it's a solid guess. It's not, no truth to it. Oh, I remember this ride. How weird is this? Like, how come those lines don't join up? That was only recently. What? Oh no, that was last year. I do remember riding, because I remember like going past the cars and thinking, oh wow, we're here. Look how many rides. That was that one. So like the thing I've got to learn here is if I can save, if I can like build a ride and save it as that ride and then follow that ride and like save it as like a big loop and a little loop. That one there's 73 kilometers. That one's 60. So the problem with riding here now, and if I'm leading, is that there's too many trails on the screen. And my GPS, it's really hard. Like, obviously on this screen, we can look at it and go, oh yeah, I want to pick that route there. We'll come up here and then we'll join onto that trail there, follow that around. The problem is my GPS is too small to make that out. Oh, lots of bike chat. Fish fam, thanks for that. Yeah. The thumbs up. As far as the fish, I think I sold the 4-foot in the house. Guy's waiting for his tax return to clear, so we'll go for that if it sells. I'm hoping I've got a. Well, actually, there's a main fishy subject for tonight's vlog. I've got a power outage coming up. and it's quite long. Oh, I fell off a dirt bike at 3. That'd be what's the word? Not be traumatizing. What was the point? Oh yeah, so I need to take the Viha out of the tank in the house. No idea where I'm going to put them. Don't know. I could put them in the 7x4, but the issue is that tank's had a bit of illness go through it, so I wouldn't want to risk it. I've got the 7x2 up on the wall. It's got a single flower horn in it. I might steal that tank for them. I've got spots for him. Anyway, so 70 calico hatch today, that's awesome. My little longfin marble bristlenose is still kicking. I'm actually surprised I didn't kick the bucket with my feeding regime while I was sick. Do you guys use snips? Snip tool, it's so cool. If I just snip that. So I'm having a power outage, and the good thing about it is the stars aligned for said power outage. Whoops, I want that screen there. Oh no, I can't read the comments. How do I get that over there? There we go. Alright, comments are back. Said power outage, 8 AM to 5 PM. So they're doing power works in my suburb. How weird's this, right? So they're putting power underground. My house is already underground. One side of the street already is. There's power lines, and I noticed there's your 3 power lines here and 3 above. Is there any sparkies, like industrial sparkies in the chat? So I noticed they turned the power off yesterday in the other half of the suburb, and I noticed they put a new pole in, and then they ran 3 cables up to the top wires and tapped them in there, but then they took the bottom cables out. Well, they haven't taken them out yet, sorry. So they've gone up over the lower ones into the upper ones. To me that seems like they're leaving the upper cables there. So, but I don't know if they've gone up to the top cables to temporarily power the new power boxes, or whether they're leaving the top cables and only deleting the bottom ones. I'm so curious. I'm that curious that I put the young fella in the pram yesterday and walked down there while they were working to have a look. Anyway, other side of the suburb had a planned power outage from 8:30 AM and it was supposed to be back on at 5 PM, but the power didn't come back on until 7 PM. So worst case scenario is that pretty much. No, well, no, it can get worse than that. How funny is this, right? So the internet exchange, or the phone exchange, is in that half of the suburb that had the planned power outage. NBN had no planned outage on their website, yet there was a planned power outage in the area that the exchange was. Is that not the dumbest thing you've heard? Like, they would know that they're going to have no power, so shouldn't that be a planned internet outage? Anyway, so I had power yesterday, I had no internet. So I had half the suburb on the local chat is complaining about no internet. The other half is complaining about no power. And then another bit down the street there, they had no water. The water was turned off for like 2 days. So the local community chat on Facebook has been on fire. Maybe the transformer will be the pole. Yeah, there's so many maybes, and I just want to know. I could probably tell if I just like looked up. I'm sure councils. Yeah, plan for the power company, not the internet company. Anyway, back to the story. So I have a planned power outage coming up next week. I can't remember what day. So I helped my mate move. He was moving out of a house. Half the shit went to the tip, half of it went to Goodwill, and he gave me quite a few things. Some valuable things too, like he didn't. I see him for that. Anyway, one of them is a generator. So I've wanted a generator for the past 10 years and just never bought one. I would have had to be buying one this week, and my mate gave me one for free. Now this is like not. This is a solid generator. Like, it's a Honda. It's big enough. Because this guy was running cement mixers and shit off it. Like, it's a civil business that he had. It was trashed. Typical, like, grano worker, limestone, whatever you want to call it. Did I show it on the channel? Oh, I think I got a video on it, but I haven't posted it. Either way. Cleaned the air filter, gave it an oil change. I've run it for like an hour. It looks like crap, looks like covered in cement and shit, but honestly I don't care. The point is, I got a fucking free, what do you call it, generator, like 1 month before a planned power outage, which I've never had in my life. How funny is that? The stars fucking aligned. So anyway, luckily, I have an office job now, and I sit at a computer and draw fucking drawings, which means I can work from home. So the plan is to work from home until the power goes out. One sad thing about that is my computer won't get shut down properly, but I don't know if that's still really a bother these days. Who knows? Anyway, so yeah, I get my own videos recommended to me on YouTube. So, work from home until the power goes out. Obviously my computer will go doo. Then I go outside, start the generator, and then go to work. I'll actually go into work. So the generator will run for as long as the tank runs. Friends know you well, Mr. Tight. It's pretty funny, hey? Too tight to buy a generator, but we'll buy BC Racing coilovers for a Toyota Starlet. Goes out and buys a new dirt bike like that. Like, I borrowed money for the dirt bike and I paid it off super quick. But anyway, I was like, oh shit, that dirt bike's cheap. It had 12 hours on it, and it was like half the retail price. So it was basically like half price for 12 hours. So I wonder if I get approved for a loan. Typed it all in, approved within like 15 minutes, and putting a deposit on the bike like an hour later. I had no intentions of buying a new dirt bike 2 hours before that. That's the opposite to being tight, is it? Or is that being... You're tight until you're not tight? Here's me cancelling streaming services and going back to torrenting in Mexico. What was that? That was loud. Oh, the neighbour ran into my Starlet. Alright, I actually need the advice from the chat on this one. So neighbour ran into the Starlet, smashed the headlight and indicator, somehow no damage to anything else. The funny thing about this part, I have a spare Starlet in the backyard. Guess which 2 parts? Oh, I've sold 3 parts of that car. I sold the gearbox, I sold the driver's headlight and the driver's indicator. I have the whole car in the same colour with all the panels except for that headlight and indicator. I'm the biggest procrastinator, but then last minute big purchases too. Yeah, sweet. It's almost like you procrastinate over the money in your bank account, but then but if it's in this big savings account, like, you'll rip it out. Fun fact, the dirt bike is the first time I've even got a loan since I was 18, and besides the home loan. I've been around for a few years past 18, but anyway, I had a car when I was 18, I wrote it off, and then insurance didn't cover it, and then I had to pay the loan out without the car, and it basically put me off ever getting a loan again. Even on my cars, paid cash for them. The dirt bike was the first thing I even got a loan, so like, not only the next day I was like flabbergasted that I had a brand new dirt bike, I was flabbergasted that I got a loan. So back to the Starlet. I bought 2 new headlights and 2 new indicators. Came to a total of $300. They're not OEM, like, I know they'll probably fade in like 3 months, but who cares? I was thinking about ordering clear indicators from Europe. Anyway, point being, total of $300. But I bought the pairs. So now, do I ask the neighbour for $300? Or do I ask the neighbour for the price of the one side, say plus postage, which is about $200? Tight Ass Rumble coming out again. I don't know whether to ask him for $200 or $300. Bought the last Land Cruiser after a few beers, sent the requests Friday night, purchased it Saturday. Oh. My Land Cruiser I looked for fucking ages. And the funny thing is, I think I've told this on stream before, but the guy that advertised my Land Cruiser spelt Land Cruiser wrong, and my uncle stumbled across it, and he was telling me to search. I was trying to search for the car and I couldn't find it, and he sends me a link, and I was like, no wonder I couldn't find it, it's spelt wrong. And the only reason I think I got the car so cheap is because nobody was searching for it. G-Snap says 200. Yeah, I kind of agree. The only reason I would consider 300 is I didn't want an old headlight and a new headlight. If you've ever seen it, it looks junk. So that's the reason for buying the pair. So then, like, I was like, do I just ask him for the total, considering I wouldn't have even been buying one headlight if it wasn't for him. But I'll just ask him for 200. I'm not strapped for cash as well, like, it's not like I'm struggling to pay bills. I'm not like loaded, I'm definitely feeling those inflation. Oh, so I've seen the saddest story. I don't know if you guys have seen it. over the east somewhere. If you don't know, east to me means anywhere from South Australia, Northern Territory, Queensland. East is not WA. I can't remember where it was. Sorry guys. How's this? COVID like 5 weeks ago. Still got a cough. And a sore throat. Anyway. Interest rate hikes. Guy like posts on Facebook saying that interest rates crippled him. Can't afford to pay for his house. The bank is foreclosing. The next day, house explodes. Police find human remains in the house unidentified. The day after, he says the bank's foreclosing on him. Like, now the interest rates is causing suicide? Is this fucking for real? This is a... What's your live stream about? Dirt bike trails and suicide. I honestly... Yeah, it's just sad. If anybody ever has any thoughts like that, just fucking message my Facebook page and have a chat with me. I'll give you a bell. Like, I don't give a shit. Well, obviously, like, international calls isn't a thing anymore. Any country, any time. We'll do a bloody video chat or just a chat on Messenger, anything. I can't give you money, but I can talk you off the ledge. $1,100 gas bill. Out. So I installed a gas hot water system. I had solar. I'm low-key kind of regretting it. Getting a gas bill, it's like $120 each time. And like, from the research I did, I thought it was only going to be like $60. Yeah, exactly. Reach out. I don't think there's one person in this chat that wouldn't mind a phone call or a message from anybody else in this chat. I've been like super blessed to not have the black dog myself. But hopefully, like, that positivity in my head, I can like use that to be strong for other people, you know? I really, like, anybody can dump whatever they want on me and just vent to me, and it doesn't affect me badly. I won't say it doesn't affect me at all, but I've honestly felt like I can be there for my friends because of like my mental state, if that makes sense. I'm not mentally stable. Like, look how many fish tanks I've got. And I can't bloody breathe. So like, I don't really go on Facebook on the computer much at all ever. But does anybody notice the chat is like blurry on the side? Is that a thing? Oh, I think I brushed over the fact that your gas bill was $1,100, Chevy. What are you heating? Is the sauna gas? That's what it is. I'm betting my left eyebrow that the gas usage is from the sauna. Is the sauna one of those things that it costs more to heat it up at the end of the day than it does to keep it at a constant temperature? I sold the Aquasoil out of the 4-foot. $40 for a 4x2 worth of Aquasoil. Six-ish months old. Like, probably still got a bit of life in it. What's the go with Aquasoil, guys? If it's starting to get old, can you just add a bit of liquid, add some tabs under it or something? This is fucked. I can't breathe. I'm looking for a chat. This is out of control. Can't find it. I don't know if I'm blind. How funny would it be if I can find chat on my phone, but I'm just looking straight past it on the screen. Yeah. Should be. There's a chat missing. So, I'm on Facebook on my phone. Oh. Gas runs everything. Just a hot water system and a gas heater, that's insane. Maybe if I try send a message in that chat. Yeah, and then it comes up. That's so funny. I'm actually putting the solar back to the grid for 10 cents because of off-peak is 9 cents when I use most power. Blake had back-to-back $1,500 gas bills. Faulty heater. This is hectic. I'm never getting a gas heater in my life. I'm complaining about a $100 gas bill. Well, if you're wondering, house of 3 occupants, instantaneous gas hot water system. I've also got the bigger unit. It's a 25. A standard residential is 20, I think. So the bigger unit, 3 occupants, and the gas bill's like 100 to 120. So if you take that off, if you have an instant hot water system, roughly 3 people, you take $100 off the bill. That means like the heater's costing you almost $1,000 to heat the house. Anyway, good day Blake, how are you? Good day John, where are you back from? Just back from not being in the chat? This is a struggle. Sorry guys. All the coughing and that. I'm actually just at my wit's end on what to do about the coughing. There's got to be a leak, Chevy. There has to be. I follow this guy on TikTok that looks for pool leaks. Like the videos are so long and uneventful, but it's enjoyable. Oh, you were here and then you weren't and then you're here. Makes sense. Why are you sorry, Chevy? Don't be sorry. We're here to discuss. Clearly, fish isn't the only topic of this channel. So, I keep going to record unedited videos on my phone to post, and then my phone keeps cutting out for some reason. I think the storage is too full. But like it'll have a little bit of space. But it cuts out saying full memory. And then I start recording again. I could do unedited videos on the actual camera, couldn't I? Liquid propane. I don't even know what that is. What is she? Is it just like... Is liquid propane what we call LPG? Makes sense. Liquid propane gas. What an idiot. Oh no, it's not. I don't know. What is propane? I'm so confused. Oh, so liquid propane is the bottled gas, and then propane, is that the gas we get through the lines from the ground? Natural gas? That's why you got to get like the 2 different jets in your barbecues, hey? Yeah, so when I lived down south, the houses were on liquid propane, and I'd say like the big tall bottles were lasting like a month, maybe a bit less, and they were like $100 to $120 back then. I don't know how much they are now. Definitely wouldn't be that much. Yeah, so I've lived in a house on LPG and I've lived in houses on natural gas. I actually don't have any LPG here anymore because I've only got my smoker. I don't own a LPG barbecue anymore. I kind of... So have you seen those pellet smokers? I was wondering if... Let's Google it. I'll remember to move the screen, and then has anyone adapted? Can you just buy the... So, see the box on the side of that smoker? I want to buy that box without the smoker. My boss has got that one there, I think it is. I kind of think it's there. $400 just for that. 140, 45. Yeah, so I'll tell you a little secret. We used to have this adapter, and you put it on the 45 kilo bottles, and you can go to the petrol station and fill it up. I hate AliExpress. That's what I want, but what do you guys think? I'm scared that if I buy that, I'll never cook with wood in my smoker again. I'd probably buy that if it wasn't on AliExpress. Why would I buy that for 400 when I could just go to Bunnings? There was a cheaper one. Wasn't there one for like 200? Still made it. So I think that's the one there my boss has got. I think I could probably get close to 1,000 second hand for my smoker. So basically, what I'm getting at, the shiny has worn off, if that makes sense. I've got a really good quality smoker, but I don't get around to using it. And my boss did some brisket and brought it to work. He just set his alarm for 1 o'clock in the morning, got up, put it on, and then went back to bed. The other thing is I don't know where I'd put it. To retrofit in, I might have to put it on the back, which I guess wouldn't really matter. Might just look a bit ugly. Chevy starting knife. Get an x-ray of the lungs. Yeah, I'm starting to think I need to do something about it. It's not just my lungs, it's my throat. And my gums are swollen. So far the cheapest one is that $200 one. I don't know, it's a lot of money for something that might be shit. Then so that's 3 different units. I'd probably go the one with the more basic controller. This one's only 149. They're getting cheaper. That's a lie. That's 200. Oh, 149 USD. I feel like if that catches fire, I won't get any warranty, any insurance on the house. It also comes in the wrong side. I wonder how efficient it would be if I put it on the same side as the chimney. How much are the pellets? So the other option is, there's a way simpler option. I've been thinking about buying the pellets and doing like a charcoal snake in mine and just putting pellets on the snake and not running wood. But I don't know if that's a thing. That's $40. I wonder how long it lasts. I get the wood for free from the bush. What do you guys reckon in the chat? Anybody use the pellets? Yeah, so I've got like a really high quality smoker with like 4mm steel walls. Like it's not cheap. It's like $2,000 new. I picked it up second hand. It's pretty much like top of the range charcoal wood smoker. I was thinking about adapting pellets into it. So that I've been getting a problem with my meat. It's got like a greasy aftertaste. It doesn't taste horrible. It doesn't taste stale. It's like that, you know, that greasy, like fatty taste on the roof of your mouth? So the other thing is, Chevy, you might not have caught, my smoker is worth that much that I could sell it second hand to cover the cost of a decent pellet smoker. Sorry guys, I'm not talking, I'm reading. This is some bonus stream because we're 10 minutes over. Is is Bodgy live? I cooked some chops the other day and they don't taste bitter, but I'll read it anyway. That's just when the smoking's gone for too long. I always use the thermometer. Lack of airflow. Alright. Brushing away old ash. More airflow. Meat not going bad. So, alright, so I've never cleaned my smoker, not once. I'll increase airflow, which will make it a little bit hotter. Maybe I'll run it a little bit hotter. Maybe I should get a brisket tomorrow. So I kind of was thinking it might be the wood I've got, but I went to like a place called Jarradale. It's the place is called Jarradale, and I got fresh jarrah out of the bush, and it's been aging. It's been drying in my backyard for 12 months, and I still got this flavour. The meat tastes great, but it's got like, all I can explain it is, you put a piece of, like, if you eat a piece of cold meat and if it's got that dried out fat on it, it feels like that is like lined on the inside of your mouth. I don't know if she tastes the same thing. Might be COVID. I definitely try to keep the temperature low. Like, can't remember what temperature it is, but I keep a real small fire. I think that might be it. I don't think I burn the fire for long enough before I put the meat in as well. I might go get a brisket tomorrow morning. What do you reckon? No, I haven't heard of her. The other thing I was thinking about doing, I was thinking about throwing a gas element in the bottom of my smoker, like, just for like actual barbecue, but at the same time I've got that electronic lighter. Oh, those things look pretty cool. The only thing I like about mine, I can throw like half a cow in there. So let's see if we can find it. Can't remember what it's called. I feel like it's either called a Pit Boss or it's similar to a Pit Boss. No. There it is. Mine doesn't have those vents up there. I wonder if that's like a newer model. Same handle, same. So mine's only got that vent down the bottom. And I actually keep that door completely open a bit when I use it. That's what it used to look like. Yeah, so if you look here, I keep mine at like 120 degrees Celsius. So like, no, sorry, that's wrong. 150 to 170 Fahrenheit. The other thing, it's got like all those plates. Hang on. It's got like the plates that sit in the bottom, like I've tried to spread them out right. There's like a little bit of science to it, isn't there? It's a unit. Like, you couldn't ask for much more in the way of like a charcoal unit. You can cook pizza in there. I've got stones and I just get the fire cranking. So basically I want to try to do a charcoal snake in the bottom, see if that works. But like, if I do a charcoal snake, I might need to put the meat in the firebox. There's just like, it's a whole hobby in itself, really. And you've got to spend a bit of money on the meat to actually learn about it. What's it called? Park Texas Pro. Why have we still got I've gone? Yeah, so they've actually come down in price, which is surprising considering. Yeah, see, mine looks like this one doesn't have that vent on the side. That one's got the vent. Maybe I should just put some more holes in the side of it. I've thought about adding holes, because I definitely am under the impression that it doesn't have enough air. They were 1900, now they're 1700. But like, in saying that, I wonder what shipping is. Or like, I doubt you can just buy it off its website if you're in WA. You have to find a dealer. Free shipping, I doubt it. I'm glad you around G-Snap. It's cool. I love all the familiar names in the chat. But yeah, I gotta go see my family. I've got a family outside of my YouTube family. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the random chat. We got a little bit of fish chat in there. I cleaned the Stingray tank out, like with the squeegee. I squeegeed it out. So I might go in there tomorrow and see if it's dry. If it is, that's a huge win towards fixing it. Anyway, guys, peace out.